Young people dying for no apparent reason. Is there? Hey YouTubers, what's up? So I came across an article that I want you to make your own opinion. I don't have an opinion. I just read it and I report it. And why am I talking about this? Is because I want to inform you. I want to be informed what's all around. What can happen, what is happening, what did happen, and what I'm pretty sure is going to happen again. So I'm reading, this is from the Daily Mail, and you've seen this maybe other places, but healthy young people are dying suddenly and unexpectedly from a mysterious syndrome as doctors seek answers through a new national register. Now, I don't know, I don't claim to have the answers, but somebody does. Now, a couple weeks ago, I don't know how long ago it was, I was contacted phone and email more than once that something was wrong with my Jif peanut butter, that it needed to be recalled because it was causing, I think it was causing illness because it's salmonella, or however you say it. Now, this report says, we don't even know what's going on. Okay, now I'm just gonna read it. I'm just gonna read it because I don't want to form your opinion, my own opinion. Yes, I have my own opinions, and I might say something to that extent. People under the age of 40, okay, now that does not include me, are being urged to have their hearts checked because they may potentially be at risk of sudden adult death syndrome. Now, when I first heard about this, I didn't even know what SADS was. I knew what SIDS was, heard of that, but this is the first time I've heard of SADS, sudden adult death syndrome. Now, the syndrome known as SADS has been fatal for all kinds of people, regardless of whether they maintain a fit and healthy lifestyle. Look, we know the importance of taking care of your body. We know how important it is to eat real whole foods rather than the processed stuff that we can find in the grocery store. You've heard it before. You're safe to shop the perimeter of the grocery store. Everything else, who knows what it's made of. SADS is an umbrella term to describe an unexpected death in younger people, said the Royal Australian College of General Practitioners, most commonly occurring in people under the age of 40. Now, I don't know about you. I don't have a lot of experience with people under the age of 40 dying around me prior to this coming out. The term is used when a post-mortem cannot find an obvious cause of death. Now, here's where it gets interesting. The US-based SADS Foundation has said that over half of the 4,000 annual SADS deaths of children, teens, or young adults, again, I've never heard of SADS, have one of the top two warning signs. Those signs include a family history of SADS. Now, guys, people say, hey, do you have a family history of cancer? Do you have a family history of alcoholism? Do you have a family history of diabetes? Do you have a family history of SADS? Nobody's ever said that before, come on. Diagnosis or sudden unexplained death of a family member? Guys, this is the part where it's kind of interesting to read because on how they word it, okay? Or fainting, seizures during exercise. Let me ask you, by getting healthy, does your family have a history of fainting or having seizures while exercising? Okay. Or when excited or startled. Last year, this is important. Last year, a 31-year-old woman, Catherine Keane, died in her sleep while living with two friends in Dublin. 31 last year. If there was anything I think we need to think about this. Was there anything that was introduced the past 2 years that is totally safe and totally effective that we were told and forced to take? I don't know. Her mother, Margarita Cummins, told the Irish Mirror they were all working from home, so no one really paid attention whether Catherine didn't come down for breakfast. They sent her a text at 11:20 a.m. When she didn't reply, they checked her room and found out that she had passed. Now, I'm not making light about anybody dying. I think that we all want to live freely. I think we all want to be the best version of ourselves possible. But there has to come a point in time when we actually see what's going on. Would we actually take a step back and say, you know what? I have an idea. We might want to look over here. Okay, the people at Jif, or whoever found it, they found out the cause right away and said boom, boom, boom. But to ignore what's actually going on with all of the medicine that's available to us today, with all the science, with all of the other things available to us, if we're just going to ignore this and we're just going to say, you know what, we want you to come in to take a look and see if perhaps you have a history of experiencing SADS. You know why? Because if you're not going to die, we're just going to maybe charge you $50 every time you come in, and we'll take care of it for you. All right. Her friend heard a noise in her room at 3:56 a.m. and believes now that that's when she had died. I take some comfort in that she went in her sleep, and that's all to say about that. The article goes on and on. It says, for family and friends of victims, SADS is a very hard entity to grasp because it's a diagnosis of nothing. So here's what I don't understand, and I want you to let me know in the comments below. And again, I don't have an idea what's going on. I don't have the answers. Maybe you do. Maybe you have thoughts and comments. Hey, let's talk together. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button. But here's the thing. I don't have an opinion that one way or the other. You have to do what's best for you and your family. I know that I find this incredibly hard to grasp, and I take no pleasure in saying that people are dying. I don't want that. I don't like that. I think that this is perhaps the biggest example of gaslighting that there is. Maybe not. But how does this have to do with prepping? Because you have to know what's going on. Look, here's the thing. You got the medical, you got the pharmaceutical, you got the media, and you got big tech. All three of them are working together on what you see on TV, what you hear, what you read, what you scroll through. All of them are working together. Now, are they pushing a narrative one way or the other? If they are, if you understand that, if you see that, if you believe that, you will do what it takes to get ready for things that you know are coming. This is not me putting on a tinfoil hat. Look at the gas prices. Look at the food prices. We were shopping today for a dishwasher. We were shopping for a dishwasher, and one of the brands, I'm not going to say who, doesn't matter, one of the brands, we had to basically cross that off of the list on the things that we wanted to buy, only because they make like one or two a year for this particular store that we were going to, just because they cannot get the supplies that are needed to make a dishwasher. Now, this other one that we went with, completely happy with it, but in order to fully weigh out the pros and cons, we had to know that this other one was available, and it simply wasn't. So what are you doing? What are the signs that you see that says, you know what, maybe I need to back up? When you turn on the television and every report, this segment of whatever TV show that you're is brought to you and sponsored by so-and-so, do you think they're going to have a negative comment about that which they are supplying? Probably not. They'd be getting in big trouble, and you're not going to be seeing them very much longer at 7 o'clock, okay? Be prepared for what's coming. They want you, let me just say this, they want you to comply. They're already trying to do it again with, what are you gonna do? All right, let me know in the comments. Do you see anything in your neighborhoods? Do you see anything around your towns? Be blessed.